Oh, come on.
Is looking for a second date update today with Amanda. Hi, Kurt. Welcome to Second Date Update.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
Happy to have you. If you could kind of fill us in on what went down here, tell us how you met Amanda and how the first date went. We'll go from there.
Yeah, sure. So we actually met on online with Match, and we went out, and we had a little coffee, had a good time. Was very chill, totally cool girl, easygoing, relaxed, and I've met a lot of girls on these dating apps, and I thought this one was actually like a real connection. So it was cool. And she kind of disappeared, but we went out for a second date and went hiking, and it was a lot of fun. And so we had it was a lot of a personal connection on the second hike.
You said there was a personal connection the second night?
No, I'm so sorry. Personal connection on the hike, which was the second date. Sorry about that.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought that was code for you two hooked up.
A personal connection, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, there was a connection, but not quite a hookup. Yes.
All right. So you hung out twice, and there was not a third time?
No, that's what I'm kind of calling you guys about. It kind of felt like it died after that second hike date, which was awesome to me, which was incredible. A lot of chemistry.
All right, so the coffee first, which was good enough that it led to you guys getting together for a hike. Okay, then the hike was great. How did that day end?
It seemingly shouldn't have ended. We went out for like a hike in the woods. It was a beautiful hike. It wasn't like one of the strenuous hikes. We were walking. Let's be honest. We were talking and walking, wanting to get to know each other. And every 100 yards, she would just stop, and she wanted to make out with me. So we kind of would stop, and we'd kiss, and a little bit of heavy, I hate this word, petting, whatever, heavy petting, and which is totally fine with me, and I don't mind it at all. It was kind of hot, and she was like acting like we'd sure end up back at one of our places if it didn't happen right there. But after a couple of times and like a little back and forth, it just seemed like it just died out. I have no idea really what that was, or anyway, I'm kind of at a loss. So that's why I'm calling upon you guys to possibly help me out.
To figure it out.
Did you guys go together? Like, did you have to drop her off at her house, or did you go in separate cars?
Honestly, I dropped her off. Yeah, I mean, there was an opportunity to get out and like kind of say hi, and nope, not at all. So.
Well, that's weird.
That is weird.
Did you bring it up? Did you say anything like, hey, are we going to see each other again?
When we got done with the hike, I dropped her off and I said, hey, really, really awesome time. I mean, honestly, this is great. I hope I see you again. And that's kind of how I left it.
But as you're going through the woods, and you're doing all this making out, that part was good.
Amazing. Yes.
Okay. I'm just wondering if, I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking.
I'm really not sure what to make of all of that.
Well, it's always like,
people,
what could have happened?
Some people are weird about public displays of affection, or even if there aren't any people around, they don't feel comfortable doing it in an environment like that, where they don't have guaranteed privacy. So I'm just thinking maybe...
Were there other people around? Like, were you
acting a little squirrely and maybe giving her a vibe that you weren't into it, and so she got frustrated and gave up?
Honestly, no. And there was maybe one couple that walked by us at some point, but to be honest with you, no. The time she was actually grabbing me was in the middle of nowhere. So she honestly, she was kind of the one who actually started most of our intimate touching. So, to be honest with you.
And about how many days ago is this?
Oh, man, probably about a week and a half, week plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll call Amanda and see what's going on with her. As Second Date Update continues next with Jeff and Jenn, Cincinnati's Q102.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, it's Tim, and if you're like me, you want to savor all of the seasons. When you replace your outdated windows with new ones from Universal Windows Direct, they're going to open smoothly to enjoy those summer breezes and lock and close perfectly to keep that cold air in on a hot, humid day.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Windows Direct.
So Kurt met Amanda on Match, and their first date was a coffee date, which went great. And so they got together again, decided to go on a little nature walk. And that was pretty good, too, because I guess they stopped a couple times and took that opportunity to make out a little bit.
Which is nice. That's kind of romantic, out in the woods, out in nature like that, hearing the birds chirping and, you know.
I don't know.
Fresh
I
air.
feel like, I don't know. I mean, kissing you is one thing. Hooking up on the pine needles is another.
But they didn't hook up, right?
I know. I'm just saying that might be why.
You guys maybe messed around a little bit, but
Little kissing, little just hugging tight.
yeah.
No hookup. No, exactly.
Okay.
So I think Kurt said that was about 10 days ago, and here we are. I assume you've tried to reach out.
Absolutely. Texts, calls, and it's been pretty much ghost silence. So I'm not sure what to make of that.
That is weird. Okay, so we're going to call Amanda and see what's going on. If you're ready.
I'm very ready.
All right, let's do it.
Hello,
Hi, can we speak to Amanda, please?
speaking.
Amanda, it's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you this morning?
What? Are you Jeff and Jen?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
we got you on speakerphone. Fritz is here.
Hi.
What is this about? What are you calling me for? Did I win something?
You won a date with Kurt.
Ta-da!
Third date.
What'd you say?
Oh, boy.
No thanks.
Do you remember Kurt, who you met on Match, went on a coffee date and a hike with recently?
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
So Kurt would like to go on a third date with you, but after a couple of attempts, he's getting the sense that you're kind of blowing him off.
No, that's not going to work out, guys. Sorry.
That's not going to work out. Well, can you fill us in on what happened there? Because things seem to be going really well on this nature walk you guys took. And then, I don't know, suddenly you went radio silent. So it's left him a little confused. Is there something he's missing?
I'm just looking for a guy that's into more than just sex. It got kind of weird. I listen, I love to make out. That's great. I can do that for hours. But the thing is, I guess maybe we weren't on the same page or something. Like, it just seemed that he wanted sex outdoors. And I kept trying to just, like, make out with him, kiss a little bit, hug a little bit. But he couldn't do that. He kept grabbing my ass or trying to feel me up. And I was like, okay, calm down. Let's just enjoy the walk, enjoy the moment. We don't have to rush anything. Just let's take our time, and the time will be right maybe soon or one day. But he couldn't do that. It was really, really aggressive grabbing, and he just kept trying to, like, escalate things just too fast. And I kept, like, trying to, I was trying to be nice about it, and he acted like he was in high school or something. Like, he just couldn't just be calm. It was really uncomfortable.
What base is making out these days? How do the bases go
First.
these days?
I mean,
First
I
base.
thought first base was holding hands, or no, first base is
What?
making out, second hand. Oh, okay. First base is
holding
making
hands
out.
is like a no base.
I
That's
know.
nothing.
That's a nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did I misunderstand you, Kurt? Because I was left with the impression she was the aggressor. Is that right, or did I misunderstand that?
No, you did not misunderstand me at all. That's not how I remember it at all. She started pretty much everything, grabbing my ass, grabbing on my arms, my biceps. She was kind of rubbing on me, and I was like, all right. So I started kissing her, and I grabbed her ass and reciprocated. I was just returning the favor.
No, we just weren't on the same page, Kurt. It was fine that we were holding hands. It was fine that we were kissing and kind of squeezing, but I felt things. I felt like you were trying to, like, escalate things, and it didn't feel right to me.
You just wanted to make out. You just wanted to enjoy the making out part.
Well, really, I just kind of wanted to go on a walk and kind of get to know Kurt and more about him. I mean, there was an attraction there, and there was a spark. So the kissing in the beginning, it was nice. It got to be a bit much. Like,
Well, I'm gonna make this really, really awkward for you. When you do that kind of stuff and you kiss on a guy and you grab on a guy or anybody, they're going to have an idea that you might want to hook up with them. That's just how it is. So when I reciprocate the situation, I don't think it needs to be something that was weird, all you had to say was stop. You never did. You never said anything. All you did was keep kissing me and grabbing. So I read into that, and I'm sorry, but it's a day and age where like guys can't really do what they want to do anymore.
No, there was no misunderstanding. There was a certain level, because I was just meeting you, that I wanted to go, like, I don't want to hump behind a tree. And that's never going to be, I'm not that girl. Like, the kissing and some touching and petting was fine, but I let you know, like, no, let's not, I pushed your hand away when you tried to, like, go up my blouse and, like, go down my pants and stuff. And it didn't feel right to me anymore. And you weren't getting the hints. Like, I don't want to have to full on, no means no. Like, that kind of blows the vibe. But I was clear that certain things were kind of not cool anymore. So I guess you just weren't picking up on the communication. I don't know, but things got weird. I thought you were attractive. I thought we had kind of a spark, but that really turned me off.
Well, this takes us back to the discussions we had in the early stages of the Me Too movement, the issue of consent and knowing what's okay and what's not okay with the person you're with. And I recall a skit that SNL did years ago about college kids on a date and what that would look like. May I put my arm around you? Yes, you may. May I touch your breast? Yes, you may, or no, you may not.
Yeah. Is it okay with you if I?
You have to get.
And that takes away all the, excuse my language if I did, but it takes away a lot of the fun of it. It takes away a lot of the spontaneity. It takes away a lot of the.
Well, it takes you out of the zone.
You could argue.
Yeah.
I struggle with this with my boyfriend sometimes too. Like if we're laying in bed and I'll just want to like cuddle and lay there. And then it's like right to the boobs, right to the butt, right to the what. And I'm like, babe, like I just want to be close to you.
Can't you just hold me?
Sometimes I just want to be close to you and not be groped or not be touched like that. Like the connection for me is the feeling of the closeness.
May I rest my hand on your breast?
You don't have to I mean, I don't know.
I love you for that, though. Honestly, like, listen, that's not what I was hoping to do with this.
Yeah,
not
I understand.
And long story short, like, man, if you're with your girlfriend in bed, you might brush each other. But we were on a hike. She was kissing me, having a good time, and I maybe missed some.
Well, and when you don't know each other, you don't know what is signaling what. I mean, you have to be together for a while to know, okay, that particular look, that touch, that smile, I know what that means.
May I kiss you on the lips?
Yeah, and I made a mistake, I guess. But at the same time, I was pretty sure the signals she was sending me were pretty aggressively happy to be touched. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that you felt uncomfortable, but at the same time, I do understand, and I'll catch you on another time.
Actually, you won't. So.
Okay. Got it.
All done here.
All right, Amanda. Thank you for taking the call.
Thanks.
Thank
you.
Yeah, and best of luck to you both.
All right. Take care.
All right.
All right. If you need a little help with the second date update, send us an email, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com.
All right. We got an ongoing situation developing on I-71-75 in Covington.